Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Views from the 906 podcast. My name is Dylan Hemela, and today I'm joined by Mike J. Williams and Justin Riley. We're a little bit late. This isn't breaking news, but rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I was the biggest fan of all time, but I definitely have a ton of respect for just the way he goes about living life and doing the things that he loves to do. Just that Mamba mentality of just getting shit done, literally, just doing whatever it takes to get the job done. And anyone who hates on that is an idiot. I'm sorry, you're an idiot.
Big up to Kobe and like the whole city of LA who lost a bunch of people in their community, in their sports community.
Just crazy, man. Just obviously Kobe's huge, right? But after that, wow, like a worldly impact. Everybody around the world, like just showing love, and that's like at the end of the day, that's what you want to leave behind. You want to leave behind a legacy that impacted millions of people.
I wasn't even a Lakers fan, and that ruined like my couple days for me.
Oh yeah, the same way. Like I wasn't the biggest Kobe. I used to shit on Kobe for like just taking so many shots, not passing the ball, because the biggest debate was who's better, LeBron or Kobe, and I'm a big LeBron stan, so. But I mean, you gotta respect the Mamba, just the way he went about it. I've been watching highlight tapes and shit, and man, I mean, just filthy, bro. 18 in the league, 19, 20, 21 years old, dominating the fucking league, bro. Like, I don't know. There's just it's crazy.
He came into an organization that was on the come up, and then brought them 3 championships, and then tore it all down when he decided that he didn't want to play with Shaq anymore, and then 5 or 6 years later wins 2 more championships. Like, crazy.
I mean, he's a legend, bro. He's a fucking legend. And I saw a bunch of people tweeting out like this whole Jordan, Kobe, LeBron debate. It's fucking trash. It's over. Like no more. Like let's just appreciate
Respect all of them.
One era had Jordan, then Kobe comes in, plays against Jordan, and then that leads into LeBron, and there'll be another guy. You know, we just gotta just respect the legends and just enjoy the game. Like, there's no point to sit here and fucking debate anything. So shout out Kobe, shout out all the families that were impacted by that. It's a super tough and tragic situation.
It's
But
sad, man.
I mean, on the bright side, look at the millions and millions of people he influenced. And I mean, so many players in the NBA came up watching Kobe and were inspired by Kobe and live by Kobe's mentality and play in the league today. So it's just like, it's damn. He just touched everybody, man. And it goes across sports, the NFL, everybody, bro. Everybody fucking love Kobe.
Hard to believe something like that can happen nowadays, man. I was more surprised by that than anything that could even happen to somebody like him.
Yeah.
I guess death can touch anybody, I guess.
Well, here's the thing to think about. Like, I mean, he's been taking choppers everywhere for, I mean, probably over a decade now, you know, to practice back home for like, at some point, is there going to be a malfunction? You know, when you're just flying somewhere, it's the same thing when you're driving. At some point, is something going to happen? You're just rolling the dice every time you hop into a car, you know. And I guess there was fog and there was some weather situations, and that was one of the best pilots in LA. Like Kawhi Leonard flies with him.
His chopper wasn't equipped with like some certain equipment too that a lot of aircraft have.
We didn't find out what happened. Like, I heard some people saying like it hit fog, but fog wouldn't explain it coming down like that. Maybe it hit like a drone or something.
No, well, I guess the story that I had heard and read, I don't know if this is true. I don't even know if the actual story is out yet. But there was fog and there's hills in Calabasas, and they literally like ran into a hill, mountainside type of thing.
Yep. And there's equipment that are in aircraft that alert the pilot of when geographical changes are happening or are coming up, such as hills or mountains and shit like that.
But we're talking about,
and his chopper didn't have it.
We're talking about like an experienced pilot, like the guy that these guys
but still,
use. I know.
0% visibility, it's nobody's going to be able to just drive by eye.
Absolutely, but what I'm saying is just like Kobe's flying with the guy, so it's a tough situation, you know. He did the best.
Didn't Kawhi Leonard say that was his guy too?
Yeah. I mean, lots of people, bro. He's the go-to guy. So it's just tragic, man, and you lose him as well, and it's just tough. So shout out to all of them. I don't want to speculate too much if the full story is not out and go through all that, but just shout out Kobe, man. Shout out the Mamba mentality, and it obviously is going to pass forward through generations, and he's a legend. So, more recently, the Super Bowl yesterday. What did you guys think about how everything went down? Just as far as the game so far. Yeah, we'll talk about the game first.
I don't know, man. The game was kind of weird. It seemed slow. Like, I think it was just defenses were really good. So I guess both quarterbacks kind of looked a little, I don't know. I know Jimmy G's, I guess, isn't really that guy anyways, but Mahomes looked off for sure in the first 3 quarters. I don't know what you guys thought, but he didn't play it too well. I actually don't think he should have got the MVP. I think they should have given it to the running back.
Yeah.
I remember listening to at the NFC Championship game. They did like a little video package with Jimmy G about like being this backup thrusted into like Super Bowl winning quarterback potentially, and they're like, well, you got the 3-headed monster, quote unquote, in the backfield. Like, you can just dish it off to either 3 of them. Like, what makes you special? And he's just like, well, it's pick your poison type of deal. Like, he was talking himself up about how he's going to be able to throw the rock against anybody. But then in the Super Bowl, that's what we saw is the Steelers, or not the Steelers, the Chiefs, Kansas City, just run blitzing the shit out of San Fran and forcing him to pass. And then he pretty much had to eat his words from 2 weeks prior.
I mean, yeah, it's just tough, man. When you're not throwing passes in big games, I mean, you're just not getting the reps. You're not getting the meaningful reps, and it can show in games like that. And I mean, the Kansas City is a complete. They're an overall great team, in all aspects of the game. So, as I went, I didn't really put out any sort of prediction, but as I went closer to the game, I was leaning towards the Chiefs just because of Patty himself, and like, they've already come back a couple times this postseason, and he can just make shit happen like that. That I didn't think a run game for the Niners isn't going to win you a game in the fourth quarter. So when you have Patty, I was kind of edging towards that, and I mean, they
It
made
won't
it
unless
happen.
you're already winning.
Yeah, exactly. That's when it comes in big. But if you don't, I mean, you're playing Patty fucking Mahomes, so your defense is great. But hey, man, we got weapons all over the field, and I'm gonna sling this bitch all over. So
Pretty much. That's pretty much all that happened. Is Patty Mahomes showed how great of a player that he is, and the Niners haven't been that great against like run pass option teams, and that's what the
That
Chiefs
killed them.
Exploited them.
Yeah, they did have
Anytime
some
they
good
needed,
plays.
anytime they needed to stop, they ran that option on the outside, and I mean, there's nothing you can do. You have to sell out to either the quarterback or the option, and there's not if you play it right, there's not a whole lot you can do on that play as a defense.
And he's athletic enough.
Exactly.
He's athletic enough to make those plays too. And he got it
Right,
done.
that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's exactly the problem, because he's as good as he is.
So overall, it was good. I didn't pay too much attention early on. I was kind of just looking back and forth, but from what I've heard, it was kind of a slower game, and that's to be expected. You're kind of feeling it out, but at the end, man, I mean, what's the score is 20-10 with 6 minutes of game time left or some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
then like
yeah,
5 minutes later,
about,
the Chiefs have the lead.
How about that fucking third down call by the 49ers to throw that fucking deep pass? Like, what were they thinking? They almost hit it, but on your third down play, that's what you throw. You throw a 40-yard bomb.
yeah.
That made no sense to me. Why he chose to do that?
It's tough, man. Like when you're late, you have a double digit lead late in the game.
That was before they got a double digit lead, I think.
The Chiefs have done this twice already. They came back by double digits twice in the playoffs already. If you give Patty any sort of time, they're gonna get the ball a couple times. So you got to start getting first downs and shit. And they just couldn't execute. The Chiefs were just shutting them down. They did exactly what they had to do, and it's tough, man. I feel for the Niners because you have a 20-10 lead late in the fourth quarter, late as fuck in the fourth quarter. You're about to win a Super Bowl, and Patty comes out and just does his thing.
That and the Chiefs receivers played a lot of like heads up ball, like paying attention to Mahomes rather than running routes, and just they focused a lot on getting open.
I noticed that too.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Well, that's their thing. And I saw a podcast with Travis Kelce talking about Mahomes, and he said whenever we have him and whenever he's scrambling, we know we have a chance. We just start running, and he'll get it to us. That's it.
Exactly.
So when he gets out of the pocket and he's running around and he can make one defensive lineman miss and then sling it, just dump it down to Travis Kelce for 10 yards. Like, I mean, it's just as easy as that. So many times he did that yesterday, where all he has to do is sidestep a defender and then just throw the ball, just dump it off to either the running back, just whatever, He did that a lot yesterday.
The receivers are so fast, and they get they get such good separation that all he has to do is buy him a couple seconds, and they're
There was that long ball. There was that long ball to Tyreek Hill late in the game where, I mean, he's just so fast, he just gets open, and then Patty can sling it 50 yards downfield. Doesn't matter.
It seemed like they were anticipating that D line to really break through on their offensive line, and then that's like you said. All Mahomes had to do is just take a couple side steps out of the pocket and chuck it downfield.
We got to give credit to the Chiefs' offensive line too. I mean, Aaron Rodgers can do that exact, stepping around, leaving the pocket. Like, that's his specialty. Sure, he doesn't
Oh
have
yeah,
the
no
weapons,
doubt.
maybe, but that Chiefs offensive line gave him enough to just make those plays. And
Yep.
they were going up against a great defensive line. So, I mean, so many fucking props have to go to them, man.
I mean, they're playing
And
the number 2 defense in the league.
Yeah.
Andy Reid finally getting his championship. That felt good. I don't know who I was going for. I guess I really didn't care, but seeing Andy
Yeah.
Reid get that was cool.
I was in the same boat. I just wanted to see a good game, and that's what we got, man. Nice little comeback at the end. But it's super, super cool I didn't even know he didn't have one. I didn't know that was like the storyline. I thought he won one in fucking with the Eagles, honestly. I don't even know.
He went to one, but they
Nope.
lost to the Pats.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And T.O. played with like a broken leg.
Yep.
So good for him, man. I saw a thing come out today. They asked him if he slept with the trophy. He said, "No, I slept with my trophy wife." My man, Andy Reid.
What a dog.
I mean,
what a G.
just a
Such a player.
dog.
He was fucking clapping some
player.
cheeks last night, boy.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, she got it. Yeah, oh yeah.
My man.
Hell yeah.
But okay, so
You
the
guys
Super
talk
Bowl
about
game,
halftime?
yeah, the Super Bowl game was good. Did you guys have any commercials that stood out to you?
Didn't really pay attention much to the commercials.
I didn't
Charlie
really
Day.
either.
Charlie Day from Always Sunny had those couple spots where he was talking about the stain on his shirt. I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, I did see that one. I also saw the one with Jimmy Halpert. Don't remember his actual name. But it's like that Boston commercial or whatever. It's him and who the fuck else was it?
Oh yeah,
It
that was a funny commercial.
With the Captain America guy. Fuck's his name?
Yeah, Chris Evans.
Hemsworth. Is it Hemsworth or Evans?
No, it's Evans.
Oh, Hemsworth is
Chris
Evans.
Yeah, you're right.
There was
So that
another
was
one
Chris
they had
pretty
Hemsworth
with
is
good.
all,
score.
they had another one with all the Chris Rock and like Rocky Balboa on the steps in Philly. That was pretty cool too.
I feel like some of them were out on Twitter like days before this happened. So I saw a
Yeah,
few
they
of
just shouldn't
them.
do that.
Yeah, like the Hummer ones was out. Like, for what? How are you going to spend millions of dollars when you
I-
just put that shit out on Twitter the day before?
I liked that Mr. Peanut got rebirthed.
Baby nut.
Yep, into Baby Nut. Because that was a nice setup. Because like
Shout out
last
Baby
week or
Yoda.
last week they had a commercial out where he died in a car
They
crash.
killed
Mr.
him. Yeah.
Mr. Peanut died in a car crash, and then all of a sudden, boom,
Just
Baby Nut.
genius marketing.
Hook,
What
line,
was-
and
there was
sinker.
some- there
it
was
had me.
some-
I like
There were
the
some good commercials.
I like the Post Malone one with the Bud Light. That was pretty
Yep.
smart of them.
I saw this meme online. It said, the more a Super Bowl commercial gets you in your feelings, the more terrible the company is in actual life.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, like that Google commercial.
Oh,
See,
Google
I didn't-
commercial. Yeah.
I heard a lot about that, but I didn't see it. I got to watch that one. I didn't catch that one.
It's like the guy's wife died, and then he's setting a bunch of reminders of like what she used to like and stuff like that, and real tearjerker type of commercial.
I
And
mean,
then
yeah.
it makes you forget that they sell data to people for money and shit like that.
Yeah, and that's what they're gonna trigger. Like, that's a huge marketing tactic, is triggering emotion. Like,
Facebook had one like that too, I think.
Chevrolet will have a company with just a guy riding in a truck with a dog, and people love dogs. So hey, this touches my feelings. I might go
Or
buy a fucking Chevy.
Budweiser.
Yeah.
Budweiser has the Clydesdales and the
Yeah, so
the
it's like
sappy. Yeah.
that's a big marketing scheme. But I didn't really like. I feel like it's just not the same, man. Like, commercials back in the day, you wanted to see them because they were funny, they were witty, they were cool. Like, but now it's like, I don't know. I think it's almost overhyped at this point.
Then you like read on the internet about all the commercials that were turned down by
Yeah.
the Super Bowl. Like the one about medical marijuana and showing video of this kid having a seizure and his parents giving him like tincture or something like that.
CBD.
Some sort of medical weed
Yeah.
type of deal. And they
Tom
were just
Brady's
like,
commercial was
"Nope."
hilarious. I love Tom Brady's thing.
That's good too.
He,
That's really good.
that was funny. I like that he did that. He came out of the tunnel and he's like, "I want you guys to hear this from me first." Like he did. He got all like built it up really big, the suspense, and then he's like, "So here," he's like, "Here's what's gonna happen." Like he's gonna like announce something. He's like, "Hulu has not just live sports; it has all this stuff." And he
Genius.
gave a fucking Hulu ad. Everybody's like, "Oh!" They're all pissed off. I thought that.
But
was
he
good.
ended
That
it.
was really-
He ended it with, "I'm not, going anywhere."
Yeah, I mean, that
Just
just means
to
he's still
Las
playing
Vegas.
football.
Just to Las Vegas. That's all.
Yeah, right.
Just LA.
Him and Johnny Gruden.
See, I
He's
don't
joining
know.
the
The
Chargers.
commercials they were all right. I mean, I'm not mad obviously or anything, but
No, they were fine. People just
kind of
overhype them. They think,
yeah, exactly. I kind of expect more, honestly. But again, I also wasn't paying super close attention throughout the whole thing, so maybe I just missed it or whatever. But it was
a lot
decent.
of my attention to the second half commercials was already stifled by reminiscing on the halftime show and the butts.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, talk
You guys want
about
to talk about
a
that?
halftime
They
show. Hold on,
killed
before
that
no.
shit.
Before we go into this, do you guys have a favorite halftime show from before?
Ooh, that's a good question. Michael
not really.
Jackson's obviously was
Michael Jackson.
iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Jackson's was obviously iconic.
Who really? It's crazy. I just said
Janet
killed it for me.
Janet Jackson, and Justin
and Justin
Timberlake.
Timberlake had a good one.
Yeah.
Obviously, people remember it for like
different
the
reasons.
malfunction, but the actual halftime show itself was awesome.
Yeah, because we saw Janet Jackson's titty.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Other than that, yeah, but
What do you mean? Other than that, I mean that's what that
was the main
halftime
event.
show.
you know what I liked? I liked the year after. People don't like this because they thought they were going too conservative. But I liked the Who. The Who sang very next year, and I thought
that's
were
my
good.
favorite one, bro. They come in, it's halftime, the entire fucking stadium is dark, and you hear the and the stadium fucking lights up, bro. Bum bum bum. Just dude, that shit was lit, and I don't even remember when that was, but I remember watching that and being like, wow,
the year after
this
the
is fucking
malfunction,
crazy.
yeah.
So I love that one, but moving into this one, I mean,
Wow,
shout out
they did it right.
Shakira. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow.
Shout out Latina community.
Fucking A, bud.
And
they did Miami right. That's
what
for
you
sure.
realize is like, damn, these two have some fucking bangers. Like, without all the dancing and all the crazy shit, like, these two had hits, bro.
That's exactly what I said to my mom. I was like, Mom, I didn't realize, like, but I said the same thing for both of them. I didn't realize that the catalog was this, like, good.
Yeah, I'm jamming in my garage, bro. Like,
J-Lo went in her bag and pulled out some oldies.
Oh, yeah. But what's nice is you got them. Hey, if you got them, let's hear them.
Damn right.
And then, I mean, if you got the moves, if you got the body, let's see it. And they fucking showed it.
That halftime show is going to run out of time before they run out of hits.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it did. They didn't. J-Lo probably didn't play a couple of her like biggest songs. But how about they're both moms and they're both Shakira's 43 and J-Lo's 50, dude. They both look like
Killing it. And all I saw so much bullshit today. Like, fuck off. I'm sorry. Excuse my language, but fuck off. Any sort of hate or anything like, oh, that was just too revealing. Like, fuck off. It was great.
That's culture, dude. That's not even. They weren't trying to be revealing. That's culture. That's Latin culture. They're in Miami.
They're performing in Miami.
Yeah, that's not like what old white people were thinking that is. That's not what that was.
I don't even know if this is like real. Like, I didn't even want to fucking subject myself to even be in the conversation because it's just like
I think it's just
something to complain about on a Monday morning, bro.
Yeah,
just something to complain about. Fuck off.
Fuck them, honestly.
Yeah.
Let's not give that any time.
Fuck that. That's not just coming from a guy, and I'm like, oh wow. I mean, I'm not even sitting there googly eyed. I'm just like, damn, this is great. This is an incredible show, all around.
Haters.
I think that was pretty universally.
Bunch of haters.
Oh yeah,
universally
people
loved.
love that. Yeah, you're right, Justin. Let's fucking aim towards the love. Anybody who's hating, you're a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. I'm on my fuck shit today. Fuck you if you hated that halftime show. I mean, what's gonna be better than that? You got hits. You got beautiful old women, beautiful mothers on the stage, just killing it, man. So what's the problem?
Yeah, I wouldn't call them old women.
There's not much better than that. Maybe like Def Leppard. That'd be cool.
Okay, yeah. So moving forward now to the I guess future, who would you like to see? Like, who would be your premier halftime show performer?
Hey, has Guns N' Roses done the halftime show before?
I have no idea. I don't even know. I didn't even know Michael Jackson did it.
I don't think so. I remember Guns N' Roses doing like the VMAs back in like 2010, and Axl Rose looked like the poster boy for plastic surgery. It was sickening.
Yeah, he looked like shit. I don't know.
For Super Bowl halftime show, I don't know.
Maybe like Eminem and like some old 80s hair band. I think that'd be cool to get a crossover like that.
Bruno Mars already did it, right?
He did, yeah.
With
Beyonce.
Because he has bangers too. Like, that's what you need. You need somebody with some huge pop culture type of fucking music, like, that just goes around the globe.
Eminem and Aerosmith.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I
Bon
actually don't
Jovi.
know. I don't even know the answer to my own question. I can't even think of anybody that's like Maroon 5 did it. I love Maroon 5. I don't even know.
Coldplay did it.
Either
I
way,
wouldn't mind seeing some kind of I wouldn't mind seeing some kind of throwback like that. Like you say, Coldplay. It
some
makes me think
Backstreet
like they
Boys.
could. Yeah, maybe not even that. Like they could trot out like I don't know, like Third Eye Blind, like get some real '90s
Oh
nostalgia
yeah.
going.
Well, that's like with the Who. Like
Hootie and Blowfish.
they just had fucking nostalgia, bro. They were
Yes,
just jamming.
yes.
Yeah, get some.
Third Eye Blind, Hootie. They could get out Eminem to do like an old song.
What's up with
They
you
could
and Eminem at the halftime show, bro?
He hasn't done it, man. That's
I
him
know,
and,
but it's
I
like,
think
bro,
that'd be cool.
if anybody on
We're-
it would be great, and he is a legend. He's at the top of my like. That's my fucking guy. But bro, just people ain't fucking with Eminem these days, man. They're not
I
fucking
don't
with
know.
Eminem,
He
bro.
dropped a surprise album. I think his numbers would say different.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, what are the numbers? Really?
Number one.
Yeah,
I've-
and that'll happen when Eminem drops an album. But overall, people ain't
No, I hear ya.
people
I
ain't
hear
fucking
ya.
with
I hear ya.
Eminem on the daily.
I haven't
hear ya.
listened to it. I think I may have heard 30 seconds of the new album.
I hear you.
I listened to it
that's
probably twice, but it won't make my daily fucking playlist. Like Eminem's the GOAT forever, but it's just not the same anymore.
No, I hear you.
So I don't know.
if it ain't-
Eminem's
if
not
it
doing the
ain't the Marshall-
halftime show.
If it ain't the Marshall Mathers LP, I don't think I'm listening.
You could,
But yeah,
that's a
to
great
answer your
idea.
question
Actually.
though, what?
I'm just get Eminem in there for a song or two. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
That's
fuck
right.
it.
Yeah,
Hi, my name
no.
is like just get some old classic shit.
exactly.
That'd be fire
Have
too.
'em-
Like not
Have
even.
them,
No, that's what I'm
cleaning out
saying,
my
dude.
closet.
They can do a mashup, and like
Yeah.
Aerosmith can like mash it up with some kind of rock. Like Aerosmith can be the actual headliner, but then you can bring Eminem out there and they can mash it up.
Well,
and
why
he can
even
do
have
one of
like a
his big
headliner?
songs.
Aerosmith already did that.
Did
They
they?
already did that with Run DMC.
Yeah,
They
but
already
there
did
you
the
go.
whole rock
They're
rap
used to doing it,
mashup.
man.
There you go. It's under their belt already. No, but like, why even have like one or two people? Let's just bring out like, hey, we're gonna do from 2000 to 2005 the greatest fucking songs of that era.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring them out for one song. Hey, M's gonna come out. Hey, whoever else is next
Eye
is gonna
Blind.
come out. You know what I'm saying? Like all of them.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of dope. You couldn't have like bands and shit because you'd have to move all that. But if you just had like some pop or just whatever, man, you could cycle them out
Outcast.
quickly. Oh, that'd be fire too. Outcast would be fire.
I feel like Outkast has done it.
They might have. I don't know.
No, Big Boy did.
Big Boy
Andre
did.
3000 hasn't.
That
Yeah,
would
'cause
actually be
that was
good.
all like post Kaepernick scandal shit.
But anyway, halftime show was great. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're not so fabulous. But I was very pleased, man, just with the
I was
overall
pleased
show.
too. It was pretty universally like good, like acclaimed too.
Yeah, I'm not even on that shit where
all
like,
I-
oh, they're so hot, but people were just on that, bro. People love that shit.
Whoever they pick for next year's halftime show, they better check their like travel records to make sure that they haven't been to like China or anywhere over in Asia.
So they don't
And then
bring
just-
coronavirus.
Yeah, just infect like tens of thousands of people with coronavirus.
Oh, that's already here. I mean, you're late on that. That's here. That's in Mississippi. That's in fucking Chicago. That's in
They just had their-
Massachusetts.
They had their first person to person type of deal where one person got another person sick, like probably a few days ago.
I haven't
This-
even looked into that. Is that like is it automatic death like AIDS was in the 80s?
No,
or what's the
no.
deal?
No.
You just get like
It's-
pneumonia.
Yeah.
So and then to fight that, it's gonna be shitty, you know. And
The-
when you start getting like
the-
hundreds of people with it, it just starts spreading more and more and more.
The
I
flu has
suppose
killed
it's
more
bad
people.
for. I suppose it's
this
bad
year.
for the elderly and children because they can't.
Yeah.
You know.
Anybody with a super weak immune system, fucked. Otherwise, you get hooked up to a respirator and they might have to drain your lungs a couple times, like pneumonia.
And like here, it's not so much of a big deal right now. But bro, in China, they shut down that entire fucking city, bro. Nobody in, nobody out. They made a hospital just for this. Like
In
it's
19
a big
days.
deal over there, bro. It's a huge fucking deal.
And they were hiding it from the world. They were trying to
They're
hide it
too
from the rest of the world.
overpopulated.
Well,
there.
did you hear what it came from? It's from like eating these exotic animals and shit, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Like
that's-
what?
That sounds like them.
So there's like
Like
I don't know.
lemurs
I
and
don't even want to
shit?
speculate because I'm not 100% fucking factual here.
Well,
just
who
shit I've been
cares?
reading-
Speculate
yeah.
for a second.
So there's pictures of like this like ramen bowl and shit with like this bat and stuff, and then there's like these meat markets basically where you can just buy these like animals, bro, like anywhere from dogs to fucking goats to whatever, and they say it's coming from some sort of infected animal, and somebody consumes that, gets sick, passes it on, so on and so forth. And
Yeah,
in
they gotta
China, they're
quit eating
just
that kind of shit.
well, it's just not regulated, bro. That's just what they do. They have these
Well, they're
fucking
too
crazy markets.
overpopulated. They have to feed all those fucking people.
I mean, well, we're not gonna fix that problem, but still, like,
No,
They're trying.
it's
They're throwing
tough.
babies over cliffs. They're trying real hard.
no, they actually. I think they are trying. They actually have like a rule: you can only have so many
Oh yeah,
kids.
no, yeah, obviously, but I'm just saying you can't just kill people now. There's already people there.
I
But
get it, but that's a problem though.
the problem is just what the fuck. I mean, how we're handling business over there.
Maybe
like-
maybe this is an attempt from the New World Order to try and control population.
Wait, NWO, like Hulk Hogan and them, or
And the Outsiders, yeah.
okay, yeah, I figured that's what you meant.
What's
Yeah.
crazy is it's probably way worse than what we even know. As far as over there, it's probably way worse. They're not going to put out fucking. What if 15,000 people have died already? They would never put that out.
No, China hides all their just like they did with SARS. They tried to hide that.
Oh,
from the
they're
world.
corrupt. They're very corrupt.
And
So you just never
I
know.
just read this article that the Chinese government is blaming the U.S. for this big panic about the coronavirus. And China's basically saying, listen, you guys don't have to freak out. It's not as serious as
It's
everybody
contained.
says it is.
It's not serious. Hey, just everybody's left already, and they brought it all over to your country. So don't
Yep,
worry
exactly.
about it.
Don't worry about
It's contained.
it.
It's
okay?
contained. We sent it to you guys. It's contained in your country.
The America CDC has it all under control.
I don't
That
think. I
sounds
mean,
promising.
remember like swine flu and shit. Like this will be around
I
for a little
don't-
bit, but there's
yeah.
already doctors who have fucking come up with or found what they needed to do in order to stop it in people. You know what I'm saying? In order to help people better, they've already found. I can't think of the word. Just like the micro construction of this fucking virus or whatever. They've already
Right?
figured
They broke it down already.
Yeah, so I don't think it's really going to be crazy. Obviously, you can't help thousands and thousands of people like in China, but around here, when you got the onesie twosie cases, I think it'll be good over here. I don't know, or maybe
Well,
we
hey,
all
they-
die in the next year. I don't know.
They have robots making OCD medicine,
Vaccines.
and they can probably make some vaccines and stuff too.
So
Like,
I
they-
mean, but
they
what
just-
if this is more serious than what we think? What
I
if by
I mean, that'd
2021
suck.
or by mid 2020 this shit is everywhere?
That would suck. I mean, you can't think like that though.
Yeah, I don't think so. I
No,
think-
yeah, probably
I think
not.
if
But
it
I'm
was
just
going
saying,
to, if
hey,
it was going to, I think if it was going to get that big, it would have gotten that big already.
I mean, this just started. There's only how many cases in the U.S. I don't think it's double digits yet. In China,
It
they have-
probably it could
It's
be
probably
just,
double
you
digits
know,
in the U.S.
In China, they have they built 1,000-person facility, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, sure they have millions of people, but also, I mean, once that shit starts traveling, I don't know. What's nice is they did quarantine it, as far as the city itself afterwards. So the people who came here, hopefully they get help or whatever, and everything's fine and it doesn't spread. So most of the problem is still stuck over there, but you just got to make sure, I mean, these doctors in these facilities are wearing fucking full spacesuits, man.
Hazmat suits.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love that.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
There's some Chinese bootlegger who's selling surgical masks to Malaysia or something like that with China's flag on it. So if they want to wear a surgical mask, they have to wear the
Yeah.
flag of China on their face.
I guess everywhere is
That's
sold
funny.
out of that shit, bro. There's no masks anywhere. Basically in Asia right now, anywhere around China it's so hard to find a fucking mask right now. That's just what
That's
happens.
crazy.
Everybody buys them up.
Yeah. There's so many people.
I've
like
seen a
I
couple
said.
people around Marquette here wearing them.
But it's
Jesus
also
Christ.
it's not, you're not sick when you wear a mask. They wear them to
Right.
prevent it. In Japan, when I lived in Japan, people wear them all
That's
the time. That
prevention,
does,
yeah.
it doesn't mean you're sick, but you're just wearing it so you don't get sick by these fuckers on the train or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways,
But yeah, that's
Whoa.
fucking, that's some crazy shit, bro.
I'm like,
I don't
I'm trying to
like to think too much about that.
Worry
I'm
about
trying
it.
to
Worry about it when you
navigate some
got it.
stuff online, and this video popped up. I can't hear anybody. Okay, I'm good. We're good.
Mike,
What
what were
else?
you
Oh, hey.
texting? Oh, go ahead.
Who's
That's pretty
okay? So football's over for NFL, but XFL starts pretty soon.
Oh,
Who you
that's
guys?
the commercial. Hold on, that's the commercial I forgot about. I
Who
mean,
are
I
you
know,
guys gonna adopt for your team? Obviously, I got to go with the Vipers because I live in Tampa Bay. But who are you guys gonna
I
go
don't even
with?
know the teams. I don't even know.
I'm looking
I mean,
up XFL teams right now.
There's Houston. There's Houston. There's Tampa. There's New York. There's an LA Wildcats team. Who else is there? I think there's Dallas.
Ooh, there's San Fran. There's Vegas.
Yeah, yeah.
Chicago. Maybe. Maybe go with the DC Defenders.
I like that too. Yeah.
Plus,
There's
that's
some cool
where
ones.
that's what's his face, that quarterback.
Everybody's
Cardale
got to
Jones.
choose,
Cardale
man.
Jones.
Everybody's got to
Cordell
pick a team.
I mean, I'll probably ride with the LA guys, I guess, if I have to.
The Wildcats. They
But,
got some good guys on that team.
They're on Fox, obviously, and Fox hosted the Super Bowl. But I was just surprised to see an XFL commercial during the Super Bowl. That's a big dick move right there.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
awesome. I mean, yeah, for sure. NFL has nothing to do with the.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
But it's just
yeah,
it's like
I know what you
damn,
mean.
damn. I mean,
Yep.
you're just presenting
And
another
it's not
league,
like the and it's not like the XFL is trying to compete.
Yeah, they're not competing, but it was just
No,
kind of
they
crazy
know.
to see. Like, damn, like the NFL is fucking. You're presenting another league during this.
I
game, which is
actually
crazy.
have a pretty good feeling about the XFL this time around.
The biggest thing is like it's not going to be NFL talent. We know that, and it'll be a
But
tier
it's going to
below.
be slightly above college.
Oh,
which
yeah,
is,
of course.
Which is
It'll
good.
be-
Which
it'll
is
be
a
a-
good football to watch.
It'll be a tier below NFL, but I want to see some entertaining football. Like we know it's not going to be the NFL, but let's take it for what it's worth and just
It
fucking.
doesn't have to be.
Yeah, exactly. You can make it into something just as entertaining as the NFL with less players or less talent.
Yep.
Like all the rule changes that they're gonna have is going to like the double forward pass. That's
cool.
gonna be huge.
Wait,
Um,
wait! Don't skip over. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't even know any of this right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
they have a bunch of new rules. Yeah.
Lay down a couple of them.
All right, the double forward pass. If a team completes a forward pass behind the line of scrimmage, that team may throw a second forward pass as long as the ball has at no time crossed the line of scrimmage. So the quarterback can throw it forward behind the line of scrimmage to another player, and then they can bomb it downfield.
So basically, you can run a bubble screen as long as it doesn't go across the line of scrimmage. The wide receiver who caught that bubble screen can just chuck it downfield to another guy on the opposite side of the field or something, for example.
We got some creativity here. That's
For
what I'm
sure.
talking about.
There's going to be no ties whatsoever.
Big.
The overtime is going to be like a 5-round shootout.
Big.
So
Yeah,
for
overtime is sweet.
Every team gets 5 chances, and whoever gets best of 5.
From like,
And then-
are we at like the 25 or something? What do you mean, like?
Yes, I think you're somewhere in there.
Some sort of like college fucking hybrid type of thing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're probably about like at the 15 or something like that.
Either way, that's the way to do it. Let's find a fucking winner here and let's make it entertaining.
The
That's
extra points,
sweet.
extra points are going to be different. It's going to be a 1, 2, 3 point attempt every
15,
extra
20 yards.
Yep. So you got the 5 yard for 1 point,
Are
10
you-
for
Are you
10 for 2
choosing?
points.
Are you choosing or are
Yeah,
you
you
picking all?
choose.
Okay, you choose which one you
You
want to
choose.
take. Gotcha.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
This
really
doesn't
cool
have to be the
because
fucking NFL. Let's
you
make
gotta
it
think-
entertaining.
how many NFL teams like they're down by like 8 or 9 or whatever it is, like they're fucked. But now you can score a 6-point touchdown and you can take the 50-yard extra
Kick
point
a-
and try to
yeah.
get those 3 points.
Kick a 40-yard extra point. Like that's fucking
awesome.
genius. That's entertainment right there.
Yep.
I mean, so just by hearing all of this and the football being at the level we think it's going to be at, like, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
And
Like,
they have Fox as a partner.
Yeah, it's going to be broadcasted nationally. It's not during really anything else. Like, what's going on right now, I guess. I mean, March Madness will
Basketball.
be coming up and, like, NBA basketball, hockey stuff, but nothing serious. Like, I don't know when their season
No.
ends or whatever, but this is a prime time of the season. Baseball's just going to be
Yep.
starting up. Like, it's a good time right now.
Obviously, the XFL isn't going to make any money in its first year. It's going to lose probably hundreds of millions of dollars.
But they know that. But they know
Oh,
that
yeah.
They know that the goal of this is to hopefully have it catch on
long term.
with being innovative in areas like this, and
Oh,
then
man, that's so huge.
yeah, it's big.
Those rules, I mean, that's the cool shit that I wanted to hear, honestly. I didn't know any of this, but that's the shit I want to see. I just want to be entertained, man. Like, let's fucking switch it up. Let's evolve the sport, and it's going to be, I don't know. I have a good feeling. That's next weekend, right? It starts?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
soon. Yeah, next week.
So that's
And
hopefully
on-
that's good.
On kickoffs,
So, yeah,
I
that's
don't think
a big
I don't
deal.
think that players can move until the ball is actually caught.
That's correct.
Yep. So that's going to cause for
So wait,
huge.
what do you,
special
No,
is
no,
it
no,
like the
no,
kicking
no.
team?
Yeah, but you're not lined up the same, Dylan. Like your guys that are going down to tackle are already way downfield though.
Oh,
So
okay.
Yep.
So
It's different.
less big collisions still though.
Exactly. That's what it's doing. Is getting rid of like the big like head to head running full speed
Yeah.
stuff.
Although they are lined up closer to each other.
Which takes away the freaking
The speed
Right.
lowers
right
the force. I mean, wow. What's the LA team? The Vipers, you said?
Wildcats.
All right.
Tampa Bay is the Vipers.
I'm a Wildcats fan. I'm all in on the XFL. I'm buying some merch. Just off of those rules alone, I'm all in.
So that's exciting. What else? What else did we have to talk about?
Well, what were you talking about earlier, Mike? You had said something. You had texted us. I forgot what you said though.
I don't know. I had a couple ideas. There was which one of these did I really like here? Let's try to find it here.
Ooh, I would actually like to touch on the I guess it doesn't matter, but the Russia social media shit, like
Oh yeah,
I'm down for that.
like Russian troll banks. It's like how they have call centers for telemarketers. There's people in offices who are doing nothing but creating social media ads to put out there for anybody to see, and just pop up on people's news feeds like things do. Anything concerning, like the big one was the 2016 election. All these Russian troll farms are just putting out all this,
Just random
uh,
bullshit, random
yeah,
nonsense.
random propaganda out there, and people are buying into it because obviously, if you've seen it on the internet, it's true.
You read a headline,
Um,
you share it on Facebook, and nobody else
exactly.
does anything further.
So now it's like escalating to cause even more problems in the US and probably other countries, anything from like racism to sexism to anything that inspires some sort of conflict within people.
Yeah, and that's a big thing for like
I didn't even know that was a thing.
China included. Like, oh yeah, man, they're trying to get people to like whether it's hate Trump or hate other candidates, like literally influencing people's political views and shit just through fake media. I don't want to
Yep.
be like, oh, this is fake news, but it's fact that Russia has put out like all these articles that people were just sharing and all this nonsense bullshit, bro. Like, so that's why people hate on the old Trump like fake news thing, but that shit's true, man. Like, even
You
our
are
own
fake
like
news.
even CNN, like I mean, there's just you're not telling the truth 100% of the time. You could be a
Yeah.
reputable source,
See,
but you're not always telling the truth. You're trying to be the fastest.
some kid just got $200 million from CNN because they took this story way out of
Yeah,
context,
with the
and
Native American guy.
yeah, with the Native American guy.
Wait,
And
that kid, the kid there in DC,
He
the
got
kid, the Native
millions,
American guy, that kid got millions of dollars
hundreds of
yeah,
millions, like 200
yeah,
million,
because
right?
they spun the story on him. It was
Yes.
actually the other way around.
Yep.
yeah.
Good for
Well,
that kid
not
because they
maybe not the other
they
way
Not
tried to
that,
around.
fuck
not
him.
that, yeah, it wasn't like the other way around, but he wasn't doing anything. Like
Yeah.
No, he wasn't
was-
the
They
antagonist.
blew
That's
it
what
out of
was.
proportion.
there was
Right.
already two. Like you
Yeah,
have like the
people.
group of
There's
white
yeah,
guys-
we know the story. There's other people fighting, and they just walked up on it, and then the Indian guy and his his Native American guy and his I get it. Yeah, I know the story.
That's just crazy though. I mean, because think if he can't do anything right there. Think if they can just do whatever they want. I mean, that kid's picture was
They coulda
fucking
ruined his
everywhere,
life.
bro. People were shitting on this kid for weeks with his
Oh,
picture
yeah.
saying, "Oh, fuck this kid, these little fucking kids, all this bullshit generation, like all this shit, bro," because of that source of media alone. It's fucked.
Good. I'm glad he
fucked.
got paid. Fuck
Oh
them.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it never really went to court, obviously, but they settled, and he got paid like 200 million.
Yeah. You're chilling, buddy. Enjoy.
Damn, if they settled out for 200 million, I wonder what they were
He
worried
would
they
have
could
owned
lose,
fucking half
dude.
that
What
company.
the fuck?
He would have
I
owned
would
half
say-
that goddamn company.
Yeah, I would say probably a stake in the company.
That is crazy
that's-
to me
but
that
shit,
they were that
with
worried
200 million,
that they
justice. That's-
settled for 200
Yeah.
million.
That's justice to me.
Yep.
That is fucking justice right there. If you're gonna put out all this fucking bullshit, and when we catch you, like if this is false and we fucking catch you on it, yeah, I want you fucked hard.
right? Back to like the fake ads and stuff on social media. I think YouTube and Google have they've released this statement saying that uh their teams are cracking down on like deep fake videos and like birther videos and stuff like that during this year's elections, and actually going through and reviewing certain posts and making sure that they're taken down right away, which I guess is which has always been a rule of theirs, but I guess
It's
they're
hard.
just trying to reiterate it now that another election
I
cycle
mean,
is coming
yeah, but
up.
think about in 2016 or even coming up for this election. Think about how many pieces of data are out there, how many pieces of information are coming in on a daily basis. Well, I mean,
lot.
they really can't do a whole lot about it. What we need to do is stop being fucking morons.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if you're reading something from CNN. I don't care if you're reading something from fucking the New York Daily or some sort of journal. Like fact check your shit. When you read
Think
something,
for yourself.
go look for it again. See if you can find that same information from another reputable source. Like let's be smarter. Let's not just fucking shit. Oh, this headline got me emotionally invested and I didn't even read it, so I'm gonna share it and get a couple likes. Like just be
Right.
better, man. Like let's stop
Yeah.
being
People
fucking
need to be more
morons.
thorough.
Yeah,
Stop letting these people control you.
educate yourself, and then yeah, just educate yourself and think for yourself.
It's almost like natural though, like that group think. Like we're tribal as people. Like we wanna
For sure.
be in a group, man, and we wanna be against a group with our group. You know, it's that tribal kind of human nature where
You know what?
human
wanna be a
instinct.
part of something.
I watched this episode of Black Mirror. Have you guys watched that on Netflix?
I haven't watched all of
I
them. I've
need
seen a
to
couple.
watch. Yeah, I've seen a couple.
Okay, so there's one episode where basically the entire civilization is based around a social ranking system, i.e., Facebook. And like you can only live in certain areas when you're 4.2 or higher out of 5 and shit like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if probably sometime in the distant future, like it's going to be run very similar to that. Because that's all anybody does is sit on their news feeds and worry about what other people are saying about them and other people.
Yeah, that's gotta stop. Some people do a good job of disconnecting from that, but yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
there needs to be more of that though.
Yeah, that's not good. I don't like that. Like I make it a point to like not be on Facebook, especially Facebook. I'm on Twitter quite a bit, but
Yeah,
I'm
same.
barely, very, 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 very rarely on Facebook.
Yeah, that's
Like,
that's where a lot of that shit comes from.
Yeah, Facebook's terrible, dude. Facebook is just the shit of the shit.
Well, and the big thing is the age thing. I don't have stats on this, but at this point, it's more like older people using Facebook. Younger people are using like Instagram and Twitter and shit.
Yep.
Like you said, like I'm not going on Facebook either. I may go on to like scroll, but I'm not going on there and like sharing my daily fucking life and stuff. You know, I'm not.
Well, you
going
know
on
what the
there
good thing
sharing
is?
things.
On Twitter, like another thing about not just like the old people like from back home, but like the real scummy people like all have Facebook. So like if you want to see like them talk and say the N word like and they're white, like just like
Yeah,
it's you know
it's
you guys
just
I know
really
both
ratchet shit going
I
on.
know both of you know
Yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about.
There's a
Like,
there's a cheap
that's not on
entertainment
Twitter.
value there.
That's not on Twitter.
Well, and there's also bullshit on Twitter, but what's nice about Twitter is like
No, those
just when
people aren't on
when you're
Twitter.
looking at an interface and you can see like trending. So if there's something that comes out about Trump or about Russia, whatever the fuck case it is about Kobe, like there's hundreds of thousands of people that you can see tweeting about this and verified people who are telling these stories and shit. Like it's easy to filter through bullshit because there's so many people interacting and it's on your interface. You can go through that. Facebook, you can't
Right.
do that. You're seeing what your fucking bullshit buddies post and then you're going to read the article or whatever. And, I don't know. It's just a little, the platforms are so different that it's easy to fucking cut through the shit.
Yep. And Facebook is trying to buy everything up. They already bought Instagram.
Which is fine, and they're making changes to do that in the right way too. Like the likes, I still have likes on my Instagram. I don't know if they were supposed to be gone or what the fuck, but I still have them.
Yeah, I got them.
I can still see like amounts of likes and shit. I thought that was gone already.
There's some posts where I can't, but if I click on like the actual of who liked it and stuff like that, I get a whole drop down.
Yeah, so I don't know. I thought that was all supposed to be fucking. You weren't supposed to be able to see other people like how many thousands of people like this post. But either way, like that's fine. And I saw I don't know if I cut off your story at all. But I saw Gary Vee talking about a thing like for social media, it should just be like there should be no influence of like it should be more of your self thinking. So like with the likes thing, I'm not gonna like something because it has a million likes already. I'm gonna like it because I like it. So that's why you hide the amount of likes. You want
Oh,
more
right.
you want more people thinking for themselves and get out of that group mentality and that group fucking that tribal setting where you guys like it, I'm gonna like it too.
Yep. I very much agree with that.
And that's
Yeah,
the
me
healthy
too.
way that social media should eventually go to because and he said with followers too, like he said and the check mark, he said any of that bullshit where it shows me that I'm better than you or I'm more than you or just or my opinion means more than you, he said get rid of it, get fucking rid of it.
No, you got to keep that check mark. You got to know if you're a person in pop culture or politics or some other world, like if you're a
It doesn't
famous
matter.
doctor or some shit like that,
No,
it kind of matters depending on the topic.
anybody can get a check mark though. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't. Yeah, I don't know if I like the social hierarchy thing, but I think to some extent you have to have it a little bit.
Well, I guess the verification kind of means like, hey, we can kind of take. But you know how many people like on Twitter, for example, are verified and like, like a professional Call of Duty player is verified on Twitter. Like it doesn't really matter. It just means that you're somehow you're literally verified. Like this is you. You have some sort of clout or whatever the fuck it is to get you this check mark. It doesn't mean you're spitting facts on every fucking tweet or whatever. So it's not like you can trust those sources.
Right, but if you want to know like a game review and he's been streaming said game, like you know that his opinion is going to mean something if he already has X amount of people following him.
Sure, but that's in reference to a gamer. There's people who, I mean, I can't even think of an example, but just you're nobody super important, but you have a check mark because
Right.
you have a few thousand followers or a few 100,000 followers or whatever. Like so, like Instagram models, for example, have check marks. Like, what does that matter? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Instagram models, I don't like them.
I have no problem with it because you get your money however. I mean, if people are gonna fucking pay you and people are gonna look at you all day long, like do your thing. But like a check mark, if you took away everybody's check mark, it doesn't really make any difference. You go
I
through their
think
content and like what you like and watch what you watch.
I think as soon as somebody starts like influencing or you see like the ad hashtag on their shit, that's you're automatically thrown out my window. I can't
Really?
deal with that stuff. Yeah.
Why though?
Well, like for example, Kylie Jenner or Kendall or whatever Jenner sister is pumping whatever type of beauty products down somebody's throat. Like you're making a whole generation of girls think that they're uglier because they're not using this product and not looking like that and shit like that.
I
Or
mean, but that's with
if
everything though. I mean, that's just marketing. That's with any product. If Crest,
that's
if Colgate tells somebody to, or if they get a sponsor and they're putting out toothpaste things, like, what are you telling me that I gotta have whiter teeth now? Like, that's every product. Any product on this planet is gonna be, regardless of what it is. But I understand from a woman perspective and the beauty stuff. Like, I get all of that, but that's the only fucking ad out there. And they're not even that's their own company even. So it's not like it's even like hashtag ad.
right. Well, it targets to men too when you look at like supplements and shit like that. If you're a big gym rat and you see like Ronnie Coleman uses this shit,
Yeah, just social
then
influencing.
you have to go out and buy a bottle of this shit to look like Ronnie Coleman when in real life he's probably not even using it.
Yeah. So you just
But
have to
he's
be
getting
smart
paid
about
to
it.
say that he's using it. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Once again, think for yourself,
yeah.
educate yourself.
And that's where a lot of people get respect for being authentic and only pushing products that they actually fuck with. So that's why like, and with your same mentality, once people start pushing products and like these different products all the time, then yeah, so many people tune that out. But if you're actually authentic and we can tell that you're using the products, we can tell that you've done this workout plan before, you're showing us every day in your videos and shit that you're taking such and such protein in your pills or eating a certain way, like it all comes with your own research and like confirming things, I guess.
Yeah.
But man, like as far as I guess I think of it from a business mindset, if you have hundreds of thousands of followers, like take Paige Van Zant, for example, from the UFC, super beautiful woman, has 2-3 million followers on Instagram. When she posts a story, that's getting eyes. So when she's putting out these either CBD products that she uses and stuff, like they're paying her more than she gets paid to fight just to fucking post about that 5 times. It's crazy. Just off of the influence alone.
Yeah. Um, I don't know.
But again, yeah,
I,
it's up to the person. It's up to the consumer to decide like, is it worth it to me?
right.
I mean, I bought plenty of things that I've seen other people use, and it's like, damn, this is a great product. This is awesome. Like the Right, for example, you have a psoas muscle, and there's like a massage thing that you can get. A guy was talking about it on Rogan. And I was like, wow, like I'm gonna try this out or whatever. Like it's everywhere, and especially nowadays. Social media is bigger than anything. People aren't fucking. You could spend 15 million to put an ad on the Super Bowl, or you could pay Paige Van Zandt a couple hundred K and get it out to 2 million people like that. It's interesting. It's an interesting market, or just like marketing tactic, I guess. I guess we lost Justin here. I don't know.
Yeah, I think his phone probably died.
So, oh, that's what he said. Okay, so I guess we'll just finish it like this since he's out. I had a question, but now it's just for me and you. I saw this on Twitter, and I'm not really too into the hypothetical things, but it's just interesting. Would you rather have right now $10 million, or go back to when you were 6 years old and have and retain all the information and knowledge that you have right now?
I saw this question, and like right now, $10 million.
Yeah, $10 million in your hand right now, or you're 6 years old in a minute from now, and you have all the same information, or maybe
Ten
not right
million.
now, but you go back to 6 years old. Really,
I'm taking the money.
that's what a lot of people have said, and I'm kind of torn on it. Like, because imagine if you have the knowledge now at 6. I mean, I'm making more than $10 million by fucking, you know, I don't know, maybe not. I don't know. It's just weird though. Like, I guess do you want that life experience with the knowledge you have now, or the money? It's tough.
I'll tell you what, if I had to relive from 6 years old to present day, oh, fuck that.
No, but that's what I'm. You don't have to have the same life though. You have the knowledge now, brother. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you have the
It's
knowledge now, but there's still certain things
that are gonna suck.
in
Yeah,
that in your life that really you didn't have any say in doing,
that's true.
and if that's gonna happen anyway, like, I wouldn't wanna relive that, like, certain pains or
Yeah,
traumas in my life
that's true.
that were definitely gonna happen anyway.
And that's what I had heard from somebody I used to work with actually, and we would talk about like, would you want to live forever? And he said no. Like all the heartbreak you experience and shit, and like the pain. Like I'm good for all this through one time. But if I have to go through that and live forever and meet new people and be hurt and see these people die and stuff, like it's just sucks, bro.
Hey,
So
at the end of the movie, The Green Mile, you watched that movie?
no,
What?
yeah, I'm sorry. Name another movie.
Fuck,
Name
man.
another. Name
No,
another movie.
I can't name another movie
Star
because
Wars.
that's
Haven't seen it.
you're fucking nuts,
You
man.
know what I'm saying? Name another movie.
Why haven't you watched these
I don't
great pieces
know.
of American cinema?
I don't know. Give me a list and I'm fucking watching them.
Ooh, okay, I will.
Give me a
I'll give you
list
some goodies.
and I'll give
I'll give you some
updates to the
goodies.
podcast after I watch them.
You gotta watch A Clockwork Orange.
See, that doesn't even ring a single bell in my noggin.
That's, it was filmed and released in 1971 starring Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah, sounds like I'm gonna love that one.
Oh, yeah, it's a pretty the book was fucking nuts because they use so much weird lingo and slang in there that they're not real, it's not real words. So, when I caught myself reading that book in one hand, and then in the other hand, I have a thesaurus on my phone to decipher all this slang so I can actually read the book. But it's a good one, it's a good one. The movie's pretty good too. Leaves out a couple things, but still very good.
Okay, so here's what we do then. We do something like each one of us gives like our maybe it could be like 2 to 5 movies that you have to fucking see, and we all have to watch that shit. That's our pact for this year.
Alright.
We're gonna educate each other via cinema.
Every month we give each other what, like 2
No,
movies,
just
1 movie?
maybe even just one. One would be fine. Like, hey, or maybe we do it like this week Justin gives a movie. This week you give a movie. This week I give a movie, and we just watch it. I mean, 1 to 2 hours, whatever it is, take it out of our time. And if we don't, it's not a big deal. But then
That'd be a
we can
solid
talk about it. Yeah.
that'd be a solid segment just to,
Oh
like,
yeah.
kick off the show with every single week.
Yeah. So everybody, any listeners out there who want to be involved too, like if you got a movie that we have to fucking see, I mean, let's do it. And if you guys want to watch along with us, if you haven't seen something, let's do it and let's chat.
Yep, slide into those DMs. Views from the
Views
906
from the 906.
on Twitter.
Yep, on Twitter. And be sure to share on Facebook, all the good stuff. And we're just gonna keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. This week there's a John Jones fight coming up. Justin's gone, so we don't have to hit that. XFL is starting, so there's a few interesting things coming up. I think that Astros case will be resolved soon, and hopefully all the punishments come out soon, and we can talk about that. MLB starting soon. It's going to be an exciting time of year in these next few months, and we're going to be here going through all of it. So that's all we got for today. We appreciate you guys hanging out. Interact on socials, and we'll see you next week. There.